Hello, this is the General, and this evening we have Abigail, or known as Abby May, on the panel. She is a constitutionalist and believes in your freedom and liberty, and I'm going to respond to probably over 200 personal messages in the past few weeks that I don't have the answer to this. And out of maintaining integrity and honor, I believe people speaking about these major critical incidents, including myself, I need to be forthright. I don't know exactly when this is going to happen. I have some intel that I cannot put out publicly. It's not, I can't do it. But it won't give you the time and date. So we're going to work within the perimeter. The elite are running the show. If anybody thinks that the representatives and the White House and the Supreme Court are running the show, you're wrong. To some degree they are, but not on these major critical incidents. I put out a video 2 weeks ago, and since then I had some pain issues that made me address some medical responses that were appropriate to deal with, and I'm back. However, some other things came to my attention that are off the record. I advised you to go to a 30-day reset each month. We're in April now. And put one foot over here and enjoy your freedom and liberty that we still have, and try to keep part of you over here preparing and having a response for when the major critical incidents do occur. And they will. Very few people actually know the time and date in which method they would move against the United States. Very few people, and I never was in that loop. That's well over the wall between being inside. That's getting deep into the elite. I've mentioned the wildfires. I've given you some idea, and I'll go a little deeper in this. And I do want to put a disclaimer out. I don't need hype or danger or urgent to sell what I know I saw and observed and participated in for years. If I see imminent danger, I will tell you. I see storms clustering and moving towards us. It is possible this year you will see major critical incident or critical incident. There's a good chance it'll be staged. I've mentioned the internal war with Mexico edging up to the border. That is a sustainable threat. That could get very bloody and bring martial law in the United States. And they can control whether it happens or not. Believe me. I may speak later on that. Right now, I'm not. You know, the economy, most of it is engineered to collapse. We're beyond blaming people. I am not a part of this right-left paradigm. My constitutional oath to death to defend the Constitution and American people against all foreign and domestic enemies is that. I'm not about politics. To hell with them. I'm with the Constitution, your freedom and liberty. That's what I'm about. Now let me get back on focus. The economy has got several wildfires within itself. Look how the tension is in your community. Look at some of the incidents that's happened recently. Don't blame it on what somebody said. It's a decision to become violent. Free will. I'm accountable for what I say. And I caution you, we are still in a nation of laws. And if you cross the line with violence, they're going to hold you accountable, and rightfully so. And you can't bring into state or federal court what's happening in Washington. They're above the law. And there's a part in the Constitution, I should have wrote it down, now I'm fired up, that states it's a privilege for the representatives to be in those offices we elect them to. They have reversed it. They're sick bastards. They've inverted it to where it's a privilege to be an American, and it's a privilege to have freedom and liberty. No, it's not. I strongly disagree. And Abby disagrees too. Now let's get back to the economy. I saw DOD and CIA studies from the hellholes in the world that have gone through economic, political, and social collapse and wars. And it was conclusive. Turn the heat up more with the depressed economy, unemployment, and people will start having more crimes against property being theft, as the Department of Justice states. Crimes against person is violence against people. Also, people with addictions. And don't tag me for saying being judgmental. I'm telling you what the study said, and it's true. People with addictions, with alcohol or drug abuse, will become more distressed, especially they will have to have it more to cope with this distress. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you what the studies said. Take it or leave it. People will become more angry or fearful. The extreme is fear, and I'm not going to cower down to anything. And rage. Checks and balances. Fear will make you submit to this fear or be a fear biter, and the rage can get you in jail or in big trouble right now. You have to have some restraint. The studies also showed there would be more domestic disturbance in the country when the economy and the political and social instability or the fear and the anger manifested deeper. You're starting to see the signs of that. They knew this was coming. I saw that 10 years ago. And I saw it before I went on medical leave. They studied this, people. They know you. I suggest you know your enemy. The people that want to destroy liberty or put this socialism, they can go to hell. My oath is not about socialism or fascism. It's not. Or tyranny. And they cannot force that on me. And I'm concerned about the next generation of unborn children. We're going to be known historically as the nation that let our country go to hell. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm taking responsibility myself. And as far as understanding when this is going to happen, when the feds, right before the election, possessed long-term sustainability for enforcement of PD 51, the executive orders, and the classified national security directives, they have the capabilities to ride this out for years, to force you with military and law enforcement as a police state and martial law. I'm not trying to scare you. If you can't take it, go look for entertainment. This is what I worked in, hell, death, and destruction. I saw the major critical incident model being developed. I was there. They experimented on other nations and part of our country in North America as well. They're that cruel. This is probably going to end up another video because I'm going to hit the time limit. And Abby has authorized me to do my first double video. I'm trying to appeal to you to continue. Go back to the 30-day reset video. Hear, see, sort. Shift through the propaganda. If I'm listening to news, which is rarely, I don't care for it much more. Mainstream, they put in the hype. If you have to hype something to sell it, they're selling you bullcrap. And I'm being polite in saying it. If they're having to use propaganda and psyops to blame somebody else, if they're calling you a domestic terrorist and you have a Bible, you like a certain conservative politician, you believe in the Constitution and you're outspoken about it, oh, you're a domestic terrorist? To hell with them. I grew up around that and it wasn't I'm in my 50s. I grew up in that. So that means the people that raised me and the country I was raised in were domestic terrorists. What the hell with them? Constitution. And I've got 4 of them on my desk over there. I ought to start just waving them around. They can call me a domestic terrorist. Let me start another video. Bear with me.